Hello, my friends. It is time for more stories with your friend Moonhorse. How you doing? This is from Reddit user Riversong8873. How's it going? No, thank you. That's what it's called. Hello.
Hey.
I'm a first-time poster. Welcome to the channel. To this particular subreddit, I thought that you all might be interested in the, to put it mildly, odd bird. And to put it more bluntly, reprehensible fuckwaffle. I like that. That I ran into yesterday at one of my favorite little stores. They carry graphic novels, manga, I don't really know how to pronounce that. Manga, comics, nerd merch. It's mostly queer-owned and run. It's close to my work as well. I went in there to get the second volume of the Monstrous series. Cool. I don't know what that is. One of my favorite authors gave it a good review, and I ended up loving it. Anyway, space is pretty small, so when someone was in front of me looking at material on the shelves above what I wanted, I had to kind of awkwardly stand there and wait. I have the bravery of a chicken nugget. I don't know why that tickled me. So no, I would definitely not ask him to move. He turned around eventually and grinned when he saw me. He was shorter than me by a few inches, had curly, messy hair, was about average in terms of weight, pretty long neck, though he had one of those Viagra stuck-in-your-throat looking necks. I felt kind of bad at first because I thought he recognized me and I'd totally forgotten who he was. But instead of moving to the side, he introduces himself. I gotta give him a voice.
Hey, I'm Oddbird. Sorry, I didn't see you there. What's your name?
I just awkwardly smile back and say something like, hey man, sorry about that. I'm just trying to get by, if you don't mind. I'm trying to dance around the subject of my name to focus on the last copy of Monstrous Volume 2 on the shelf.
You don't have to lie about liking comics to get a guy interested. You know, if you want, we could get coffee across the street.
Internally, I am thinking, the level at which I am gay has risen to unspeakable levels, and somehow the level at which I am done is higher than that. Externally, however, I said,
What?
Fortunately, the exhausting fuckwaffle had been shifting around enough that I was able to just grab the book from the shelf. He laughed when I did this, talking about how,
well, I don't really have to fake an interest.
And I started backing up, and I backed into someone in the process. She's cute, by the way. Really cute. After I apologized, meanwhile, fuckwaffle shit llama, I'm not good with insults, and he's still talking. She forgave me, noticed a copy of Monstrous, and we fell into a conversation about the first one. I can't really explain it, I just kind of got lost in her eyes. I'm probably going to insert, like, dramatic music here, except I probably won't be able to find any, so I'll forget. I don't know what that noise was. As we're talking, Mr. Giraffe gets frustrated that he's been turned out and says something like,
"Oh, you rude-ass dyke. This one is mine. You can leave. You're too beautiful and pure for this.
She gives him a very confused look, and I just realized that I had a handful of this girl's sleeve in my hand. Not thinking to respond to what he said, I quickly let go, blushed, and apologized. He apparently thought this was very cute. Aw. Then, I hear a slap. This girl had caught this asshole before he had laid a hand on me. Like, she just slapped his hand. I actually started crying because this absolute stranger came to my defense and because I'm stupidly emotional. That's when the one and only person who was working there rushed over. Fuckwaffle went on a tirade about how this girl made me cry because she'd been so mean to him. Like, if he were a waffle, he'd have been taken out too early, and loose batter would be everywhere. I'm not entirely sure I understand that metaphor, but okay. The guy who worked there, Carter, fake name, kind of knows me and didn't buy the underdone fuck waffle story for a second. Meanwhile, Cutie has my sniffling self in a hug. Nothing really eventful happened after that, except Cutie bought my comic for me, and we're going out this weekend. Oh, congratulations. So, let's start with the obvious. This bullshit about how you don't have to fake interest in comics, as if this entire medium was specifically created to be interpreted with the penis, which is the only way that this would be a gender-specific medium. Because I don't think that a lot of these guys, when they say shit like that, when they say, like, this is just a man thing, understand exactly what that entails. Because physiologically is the only way that this would be just a man thing. Because that's the only way that works. Otherwise, it's just about interest. That's the thing. You see, when the argument comes up about, like, oh, but mostly men like this, and it's like, yeah, well, that's the word, isn't it? Mostly. Not all. Which means it's not concrete. Even then, there are loopholes. But I guess that would be the mentality here. The only way I could see this as a physiological thing, or just a man thing, is if you somehow were capable of only reading manga through your penis. I can't even imagine how you would do that, but now I'm just thinking of, like, strange flesh interface devices. They're all horrifying. They all involve Japanese girls, wires, veins, and a lot of screaming. I don't know why this is where my brain is going. It's a horrible, horrible place. Don't ever go there. So, yeah, this fucking mentality, though, this guy mentality shit, I have never been able to understand this. Like, okay, casting aside whatever, thoughts or processes or whatever on sociological things, pro or against, feminism, pro or against men's rights, whatever, that doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about just the mechanics here. Just Moonhorse and the mechanics. And Moonhorse's understanding of these mechanics, of this is just a guy thing, has never, ever fucking made sense to me. I have never understood that mentality. I have never been able to, like, fully process it, because it's like, but why, is the question I pose, to which they say, well, it's mostly men who like it. And it's like, but again, that's only mostly. That doesn't mean that there is any reason why that should be the only way. And honestly, I don't really think anything should only just be one gender. I think everybody should be able to do everything. All the things. Do all the things. As a great prophet once said, do all the things. And she was right. And all is good. So, yeah, I've never understood that, and believe me, I've had many a neckbeard and guys like that try to explain it to me, and the entire time, most of my responses either involve me going, but that doesn't make any sense, or divulge into, just uncomfortable laughter. Basically, if I'm just talking to somebody and most of my responses are, that means I don't know what the fuck to say to you, you're kind of crazy. So, that's my horrible way of just mediating the situation into less crazy town. If you would like to send in your own stories, or have recommendations for whatever the hell you want me to read, or anything, you can send them to r/Moonhorse Stories. I will see them. We'll work from there. If you'd like to keep the lights on in this place, and support this channel and all the weird shit that I do, you can do that by contributing to my Patreon, or you could buy a t-shirt, or if you're like super cool, you could do both. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you all, and goodbye.